And here we are. I had a little glitchy thing happen there, but it's okay because now our faces are uncovered, we're unmasked, and ready to bring you tonight's feature presentation. How are you tonight, Sir Dragon?
I'm doing excellent. How are you tonight, Mavericks?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Maverick MidKnight Matinee, where tonight we have a special presentation. Rocketship XM. Have you ever seen this movie, Dragon?
Never.
Well, you're in for a treat. I haven't, I'm sure I've seen this in the past, but I think it was when I was a kid. And so I don't honestly remember, a lot about it. I can tell you that I did do a little background research and I made some notes here to sort of introduce things, but this is a sci-fi thriller. Nobody was able to guess what movie this was going to be tonight. When we were on our Maverick News program, I asked people to guess. I gave them clues. What are we going to show tonight during Maverick MidKnight Matinee? And nobody guessed.
I didn't even got the good guess myself. So I mean, it was a hard one.
Yeah.
Even my co-pilot could tell me.
Well, I think this came out in 1950. And tonight we're going to dive into the depths of cinematic history to bring you the most outlandish, groundbreaking, and sometimes downright bizarre film, one of the most downright bizarre films ever made. So gather your snacks, dim the lights, and prepare for liftoff as we explore this 1950s classic that promised to take us to Mars, just like Elon Musk, but ended up taking us on a journey far more unexpected. Actually, I think it's the other way around. It's like they were supposed to go to the moon and ended up overshoot. They overshot and ended up on Mars. Just missed a little bit. I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes down. Anyway, we'll find out when we watch this thing. So I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but Rocketship XM isn't just a film, it's a time capsule of an era where space travel was the dream and the unknown was just a rocket launch away. So here's some of the things you need to know before we hit the play button, Dragon. So what's this plot about? Well, we're going to follow a team of astronauts as they embark on what was supposed to be a routine mission to the moon. But as fate would have it, a navigation error sends them hurtling towards Mars instead. I hope they have enough fuel. So what did they find there? Well, let's just say it's not what they were expecting. This film was made at a time when the space race was just beginning to heat up. It's a reflection of the public's fascination and fear of what lay beyond our blue planet. Today, of course, people are convinced the aliens are already living among us. You don't know what to say about that, except
Is it fair to say also that it will do a parallel around the nuclear proliferation and also the fear that nuclear can provide?
I think it was certainly, the atomic age, and it was that whole time period was the time of, duck and cover and the Red Scare and real fear of a possible nuclear holocaust. Now we've kind of become desensitized to it. We've been living under the nuclear umbrella so long that the nuclear threat seems, I think, surreal, not even real, which is maybe what we should fear the most because it might just somebody might just be crazy enough to use it because it
Hmm.
isn't real in their mind. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's what I fear the most. Someone with the unright mind that would just be wacky enough to press that little button.
Yeah. So, when I was see, I grew up in like the 60s and 70s, right? And I was a little kid in the 60s. Then we get into the 70s, and I would watch these movies on television on the weekends. They would run them on Channel 7, WXYZ out of Detroit, and we'd pick up the signal with an antenna many, 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 many miles away. What about 250, 300 miles away in London, Ontario? And I'd sit there and watch these things. But, everything with a movie like this, it's very romanticized when you think about the space travel and the adventures that came with that. All this science fiction of that era laid the foundation for everything that came later for movies eventually. Space the space opera Star Wars, which came out in 19 believe that can you believe this 1977.
Yep.
And that movie, that was groundbreaking. Nobody'd seen anything like that, up until 1977. Up until 77, even in like 76, the special effects were still pretty cheesy. They weren't very good. But then they developed the blue screen backgrounds, and the special effects were much higher end. They took things to a whole new level. It was the special effects alone that propelled Star Wars to the top of the box office. It was so successful that for at least 3 years, they ran Star Wars in a movie theater in London every single day for like 3 years. And so it got to the point where me and my friends, we'd go to the movies every weekend. And if there was nothing else we wanted to see, we'd just go see Star Wars again. I don't know how many times I saw that film. Now, this isn't Star Wars, but it's a precursor to that. And the special effects are going to make you laugh and roar with joy. It's humorous, right? This stuff. You look back on it now, it's cheesy. It looks really cheap in some ways, but it was a real challenge to create these effects back in like 1950. No computers, sound stages, budgets nowhere near what they work with today in the movies, and yet they still may do. So it's like going to the theater, but back then I view movies more like theater in a theater caught on film, and then you've got some special effects and things around it, but you have to suspend disbelief a little bit to immerse yourself in the effects, if you understand.
Exactly.
Yeah,
As I say always, it's time sometime just to put yourself aside and dislocate yourself of everything that's going on because, well,
yeah.
this is what it
Okay,
is.
so who do we have in the chat? Not very many people right now over here. A bunch of people over in Rumble. Yeah, that's mostly where everybody is. So, hello,
Welcome
Street
to our Rumble
Teacher.
viewers.
Yeah, and hello, David, Linda, We Be Jammin', Johnny. Johnny's back. Okay. Are you guys ready to rock and roll with this? Okay, let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
Hmm? On. Well, I don't know if we are frozen, but let's see. Is Rick gone, or am the one gone? Tell me, guys, on the chat, please. Rumble, I'm looking at you.
Sorry about that, folks. We had a little bit of a glitchy problem there. Here we go. Hang on. All right. Let's see if we can rejig this thing and get it rock and rolling again. Sorry, this stupid internet tonight is causing real problems. Don't know why. Don't know why. And I've just got to get I got to get the movie back.
Till you're not plugged in with Virgin, you're okay.
Don't know what's going on, but
I'm joking.
all night it's been doing this, man. Terrible. All right, where are we here?
And are circling the globe at 3,400 miles.
It's our human duty to go there and, well, froze because we're about to create an empire. Ah, Rick. Rick's on the loose. Yes, stoic teacher. And Rick has frozen. That's weird. But I'm still there, I think. Hopefully, Rick's gonna come back. So yeah, as we could see, well, there were no proliferation treaty back there in Mars, so this is why they have blown themselves up. So that's true, and also, well, terraforming was a thing there because we have atmosphere on Mars, which surely it's a thing. So yeah, we having fun now. All right. So hey, come on, Rick, come on back. We're not going anywhere without our hosts, I hope.
I don't know what's going on. Strange radio signals from Planet X. I don't know, pretty weird, man. Let's get this movie back on the screen here. Sorry about that, folks. I just don't know what the heck the problem is. Here we go. The internet keeps crapping out, but we'll get there.
10,000, 8,000.
Society existed
From research.
Were we here?
Yep. What if we land on the water at thousands mile per hours or per second? All right, we're gonna smash on the ocean and yeah. Okay, we need another plan B. Damn, Rick. Well, it's okay, you got me. So yeah, see, the guy at some point I've said, well, these are guys are savages because he had received a spear or whatever it is. Well, what did the white males has done to the poor natives when they came here? Imperialistic mind. That's the way I call that. Nice word, eh? I'm making up words. This is good. This is Montreal Canadian, right? Making up words that stand well for histories. I hope. See, I'm branding things. And here's our host back.
And hopefully this will be the last time the internet crashes. I don't know why. The internet sucks. Here we go. Let's pick it up.
Tremendously.
Speed's increasing. We're going to make so much.
Yeah, have it.
See, the last
Ladies
statement
and
of this
gents.
man was actually the use of artful use of persuasive speech. Tell how to, give journalists the idea that even if it was a failure, it was not a failure.
I don't know. Seemed pretty. If that was success, I don't know. Look, he didn't even get a kiss out of it. That close, almost. He got a hug, but not a kiss.
Well,
Right?
well,
So-
you know what? Spoiler alert. When they crashed, they must have kissed, but it was not, on purpose. It was
Well,
just
maybe-
by the force of the crash.
I think they would have been better off using the force rather than listening to Mr. Decimal Man. Oh my God.
Uh,
Well, my fellow space cadets, film buffs, that's a wrap on our cosmic adventure with Rocketship XM here at Maverick Midnight Matinee. What a ride, eh? From navigating the stars to uncovering the unexpected. We've journeyed through the heart of 1950s sci-fi charm and into the very ethos of what it means to explore the unknown. As we close this chapter, let's remember the spirit of Rocketship XM. It's not just about where we're going, but how we get there, together, with a kiss, a cosmic kiss, almost. At least a hug anyway, whether it's through the lens of a bygone era or the ambitious eyes of today's space explorers, the message remains clear. The universe is vast, my fellow Mavericks, and our curiosity is limitless. Thanks, everybody, for joining us on this watch party. I hope you laughed, pondered, and maybe even felt a little inspired. If there's one thing Rocketship XM teaches us, it's that every journey, no matter how off course, can lead to discovery. I guess that's sugarcoating a complete disaster. So don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below, for those of you especially watching after in the archived version of this. What did you think of our accidental trip to Mars? Was it the cinematic equivalent of a space odyssey or a delightful detour? Keep your eyes on the stars, your feet on the ground, and your heart open to the wonders of cinema. Until our next Midnight Matinee, keep exploring, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep watching. Dragon, over to you for final thoughts.
I got a quote from Werner von Braun that says, "The greatest gain from space travel consists in the extension of our knowledge. In 100 years, this newly won knowledge will pay huge unexpected dividends."
Well, there's something to ponder. Well, folks, good night, and may your dreams be filled with rocket stars and the endless possibilities of what lies beyond. Love you guys. See you tomorrow on the flip side.
This has been a Maverick Multimedia production.